Warning, this video may contain content that may not be suitable for children or anyone else that is easily offended. Strong language, graphic content, nudity, bad jokes, and a possible idiot, aka myself, may be featured in the following clip. Viewer discretion is advised. Channel is not responsible for any damages that you receive watching this video. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Zems, and welcome to Inhuman Entity Sleep Paralysis Horror Story. I made it. Yo, this video is by Llama Arts. If you guys haven't reviewed, you swoop down the description box, click on the link and watch the video in entirety, because I'm going to be pausing and stopping and talking through the whole thing. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys have been giving me recently, man. Keep doing what you guys are doing, and the videos will keep coming. If you guys are channel, my name is Reprisalzems, and welcome to the Crow's Nest. I was scrolling around Facebook and I seen the sleep paralysis, and I was like, you know what? I gotta react to this video because I've had sleep paralysis way too many times. So I want to see if anybody else's stories are similar to mine, because I see figures, I see spiders, I see just weird stuff they shouldn't be seeing because it's like your brain's still asleep but you're awake. I think it's something like that, and it happens every time I sleep on my back. I don't know if it's the same for other people, but it happens. But yeah, man, if you guys have any sleep paralysis stories, please feel free to let me know down in the comment section. Do not be shy. Step right up, come down to Zems' Wheel of Fortune. But for now, let's get it. Dang, you gotta drink that loud? Is it good? Inhuman Entity. There was a man that was 47 years.
Breeze crept through the valley outside of Telluride, Colorado, as my friends and I unloaded the truck parked on the dirt driveway. We had recently started renting an old mining house built in the early 1900s. Most of the home had been renovated over the years.
I'm sorry, but I have to say this, bro. If I'm voluntarily helping you move, do not tell me to hurry up, because I will take my happy ass back home and sit on the couch. Don't get mad at me if I don't lift something the right way. I'm helping you. You can call your movers and pay them by the hour, all right? I don't want to hear none of that. I'm getting lunch breaks. If I don't feel like lifting, if I'm tired, you got to deal with that. I volunteered. You're not paying me, so don't even do it. Sorry.
There were still glimpses of what the house used to be. The exterior of the home was painted a bright yellow and adorned a blood-red door. The yard was abundant, with lush green grass,
Yellow house, red flag,
minus the few brown patches that littered the ground. In the corner of the yard sat a dilapidated gazebo, filled to the brim with landscaping equipment. I stood facing the house, admiring the quaint ambiance it seemed to exude. I felt something hit my back and spun around.
Pause.
My brother, William, was standing behind me with a box under his right arm. "Let's pick up the pace. We don't have all day," he said, with a little annoyance masked in his voice.
Yo, Llama Arts, if you need voice actors, I got you, my boy. I'm free anytime you want. Hit me up. I'll do voice acting free of charge. You know what I'm saying? You can get my chocolatey pro voice behind one of these amazing characters that you have.
Yeah, I responded, and started walking to the back of the truck. My other two friends, Elijah and Leon, were in the process of stacking some boxes on a dolly.
See, I look like Elijah.
"Hey man, take this to my room," Elijah said.
Oh, that's not Elijah.
As he handed me a large box. I resituated it in my arms and gripped it. As I did so, I could hear glass clanging inside, and a strong, familiar odor starting to leak out.
Familiar
"Hey
odor.
man, be careful,"
See?
Elijah snapped. "If you ever want to smoke again, I'd highly advise you to take it one step at a time there, champ." If you didn't throw everything into one single box with bubble wrap, then you wouldn't have an issue of something breaking, Elijah. Leon responded.
But Leon, don't forget, this is horror. Horror never makes sense, bro. I know bubble wrap and all that stuff sounds nice. I know not having sex when Jason Voorhees is walking around camp. But hey, it doesn't make sense, bro. People just got killed, but hey, I'm horny. Let me get mine in, right? Nothing makes sense. Just let it happen, Leon. I feel you, my brother, but you just gotta let it happen.
His eyes widened, as if he had just figured out the secrets of the universe. I laughed, turned around, and proceeded into the house. The floorboards creaked as I stepped onto the warped living room floor. I surveyed my surroundings of the old rustic home as I headed to Elijah's bedroom. Only 2 interior rooms had been renovated in the entire house, one being the kitchen, which had marble countertops and new appliances, the other being my room. I was the one who found the home on the market, so respectively, I had first choice of which room I wanted to claim as my own.
Why that room so
The
nice?
other rooms, on the other hand, were still the same as they had been since the early 1900s, with dreary wooden floorboards and old chipping paint. "Dude, what the hell?" William yelled from upstairs. I quickly climbed the narrow stairway to find my brother in his room. I walked in to find what looked like to be a large lump underneath the wooden floorboards.
The house
It
pregnant.
almost looked like Andre the Giant was buried in the middle of the room. "I told you it was an old home, Will. Things shift over time," I said, trying to hold my snickering back. "Yeah, I get that, but you didn't say that I'd have to maneuver around a speed bump," he snapped. I took a deep sigh and turned to him. "Okay, look, man, we're only going to be here for a year. You've got plenty of room to put your bed so you're not sleeping on an incline." William turned back to the floor dejected. "That's easy for you to say. You're not staying on the cover of Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones." After we had moved everything into the house...
Bro, that's a big ass speed bump in the middle of the room, bro. That's a big bump, like 2 months pregnant bump in the middle of the room, bro. He better have some strong socks. He better have some toe braces, something, bro, to protect them toes. Cause if you just forget for 1 second that that bump is right there, it's all over for them feet, bro. His feet never gonna be the same again, bro. His feet gonna be throwing up gang signs. He gonna hit the bump. His toenails gonna shoot back like this. His toenails
plopped down on the couch, beers in hand, and began our well-deserved R&R. Elijah had already begun smoking, and the room started to fill with the pungent odor. "So are we gonna be doing some ghost hunting tonight, boys?" Elijah said, as he passed the joint to Leon. "Oh, come on, you don't actually believe that crap, do you?" Leon responded.
That's not the right answer.
His eyes. "The guy blew his brains out on the front porch in the 1930s. I'd be surprised if there wasn't a ghost floating through the halls. I mean, how do you think we got such a killer deal on rent?" William said as he lifted his arms and started mimicking the sounds of a specter. "Shut up. It's all nonsense. You've just been watching too much Ghost Hunters," I responded.
If only they knew.
"But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. We need to get up early to do some cleaning."
Never go to bed
Bye,
first.
guys. I stood up and meandered to my room. In all reality, I was a little perturbed by what happened at this house. I've always been quite agnostic to my beliefs of ghosts or spirits, but I've never witnessed anything myself. The rent was super cheap for an entire house, and I wanted to save some money for a trip outside of the country. I pushed the fact that someone had ended their life to the back of my mind. I wish things would have turned out much differently. I entered my room and slid under my sheets and basked in the warmth of my bed.
He don't brush his teeth for
It had
nothing.
been a long day and my body ached from moving. I grabbed my phone and looked for a rain and thunder YouTube video to help me sleep, and after about 15 minutes, I crept into comfortable darkness. My eyes shot open in the middle of the night. The moonlight shone through my window and enveloped my room in comforting light.
Bro, if you sleep with the window open, you're a serial killer, bro, 100%. If you sleep with your blinds open, bro, you are a serial killer, 100%. There's no way in hell sleeping with the blinds open, bro. Cracked, maybe. Fully open like that, bro, my biggest fear is a face is just gonna appear when I wake up at 2 to 3 a.m. sometime. This will be a face right there in the middle of my window, and that's when I die and become one with God. And he messed it up for himself. Not only did he go to bed after those telling scary stories, he went to bed in this scary ass room with the window open, and then he's gonna put on lightning and thunder sounds to make it feel better, which adds on to the horror factor. Or he could have just flipped on some Family Guy clips, you know, watch cartoons a little bit to warm your body up, kind of forget about what happened. But no, you can't go to sleep right after some scary stuff. Like, y'all be thinking when I watch videos and I play horror games and stuff on my channel, y'all think I go to sleep right after that? No, I'm watching cartoons, bruh. I'm watching documentaries on just weird stuff about plants or whales, something, bro. I'm not just about to go to sleep after watching some scary stuff, because it's gonna be in the back of my mind and I'm gonna have a nightmare, 100%.
I could hear creaking from the house as the wind howled outside.
Is it a creek?
I tried to sit up, but found my efforts futile. Sleep paralysis was a regular occurrence in my life. It happened at least once a month due to stress and a little help from my antidepressants. At this point, I'd almost gotten used to it. I could hear what sounded like a light scratching noise coming from inside my room, and prepared myself for the usual dark figure to be standing in the corner. My eyes darted from left to right, trying to decipher where the noise was coming from. It was then I started to hear skittering, like someone or something was moving around. A cold feeling crept over my body as I started sweating profusely,
Oh, hell no.
my sheets becoming soaked.
He must be using speed stick.
Skittering stopped, but was replaced by cracking, one that resembled that of broken bone. Out of my peripheral vision, I could see long, needle-like limbs protruding from my closet.
Bruh, and that's when I start going like this, bruh. Wake up. Everybody back got sleep paralysis, know what I'm talking about, bro.
Each moved slowly, tapping the wall as if they were looking for something. I then saw a large, bulbous black mass starting to show itself from the closet door.
Just like that.
It was coated in tiny hairs and twitched almost habitually.
It better not be.
A loud moan echoed throughout my room as the creature finally presented itself. A spider-like entity was situated on my wall. The reason I say spider-like was because its head had been replaced with that of a human one. Its eyes were blacked out from the shadows of moonlight, and its lower jaw was removed, revealing a blotchy tongue that oozed saliva.
Oh, I thought it was crying.
It was about the size of a twin bed and stared at me for what seemed like hours.
You better close that mouth.
My heart was racing. I was begging my body to move, but to no avail. I was stuck there, in suspended torment. I tried screaming, but I was unable to make a sound. All I could do was watch the creature on my wall as it grew closer. Suddenly, it skittered to the ceiling right above me and started scratching with its two front legs.
Nah, bruh.
Almost like it was burrowing. It then started to sink into the wall, as if the wall had turned into quicksand. First, the abdomen, then the legs. Eventually, all that was left was its mangled head staring straight at me. Those cold, dead eyes boring into my soul. I could hear it moaning, and I could feel the drips of saliva hit my torso. I
would've died, bruh. Nah, bruh. He's spitting on him, and he got that speed bump from the brother's room. Maybe that thing is actually living in his brother's room. Once I seen that spider come out the closet, bruh, my sleep paralysis would have went from this to this. Passed on to the afterlife. He was a good man. He was an honest man. He didn't land on YouTube. YouTube landed on him. There's no way in hell, bro. Look how long his tongue is. He's on the ceiling right now, bro. His shit's touching the curtain. And he said he could feel the saliva dripping on him. So you know his breath stank, bro. Because he can't close his mouth. So that tongue, how you even have saliva? Your mouth is open like that the whole time. Your tongue should be dry. But he's spitting some fire right now, bro.
The creature then let out an inhuman roar and vanished into my ceiling. My body was finally released, and I jolted out of my bed screaming. As I did, the house erupted into more terrified outcries coming from upstairs.
Oh, they all got it.
Apparently, I wasn't the only one who saw something. And, unfortunately, it wouldn't be the last time either.
It snuck out the back door. That thing made an escape. It came out the back door and ran, bro. So was it fake or was it real? Because that bump in his room, was it sleep paralysis or maybe it wasn't? Dang, that's a juicy one because that bump makes me think, because we went to the ceiling and made that same bump that was in his brother's room. So is it a plot twist or am I overthinking it? But this video is by Llama Art. You guys better be sure you give me the box. Click on the link and watch the video in entirety, because I was pausing and stopping and talking through the whole thing. Extra pausing and hit the top of the whole thing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, man. Thank you guys for putting up with my energy. If you guys new to the channel, my name is Reprisalzems, and welcome to the Crow's Nest, man. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys have any paralysis stories. I would love to hear about them. I like hearing about that kind of stuff because it makes you feel like, you know what, I'm not alone. It's something else going on that we cannot explain, and sometimes it may be deeper than what we think. Sometimes we see stuff and they're like, oh, let's slap a label on it. It's this. What if it's not that? You know what I'm saying? What if it's deeper than that? What if it's you connecting somewhere and somebody's trying to warn you or something? Like, what is it? What if that's the real reality that we're living in, but we can't see it because we're sleeping? I'm sorry, I thought I was trying to go somewhere with that, but you get what I was saying, right? It was kind of smooth, but then I lost it in the middle of it. But you get what I'm saying. I think it was kind of smooth. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.